Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Eniola. So today's video is about how to contact a professor as part of your grad school application. So sometimes you might be trying to contact a professor, maybe a PhD applicant, and you want to express interest in a professor's research work, and you're trying to contact them, or even you can be a master's degree applicant and maybe you like a professor's research work as you've seen on the website, and you're trying to contact the professor to express your interest and see if you both can work together when you finally get to the school. So how do you contact this professor? That is what this video is about. So stay tuned and watch to the very end. And if you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. It's quite easy and fast. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification so you can know when I upload a new video. So like I was saying, sometimes maybe you're trying to apply to a school abroad for your master's degree or for your PhD program, and then you want to like talk to some professors at the particular department that you're interested in to like know more about the program and to ask some questions and all of that. The best way you can do that is through a clear and concise email. So on the website of most schools, when you get to the faculty place, you're going to see the emails of the professors and the other members of staff at the particular department. So you can get the email of a particular professor who you are interested in working with there, and then you send a concise and clear email. So how do you send that kind of email? What should be in the content of the email? How do you address the professor and all of that? This clear and concise email that I'm talking about should generally illustrate three things. And the first thing is your sincere interest in the particular program. Yes. And the second thing is your general qualifications. And the last thing is why you are particularly interested in working with that professor. So first, you must express your sincere interest in the program, your general qualification, and why you're particularly interested in that professor you're sending the email to. These are the three things that this email should illustrate when contacting professors. So what kind of professors should you email? You don't just go on the department website and send email to all the professors trying your chances or something like that. No, you have to check the professor's research work. Always there's always a link to their research work on the website. You have to check the one that has similar interest in what you're doing. Like a professor has similar interest in this area, and that is something you're interested in. That's also your academic interest. That's the kind of professor you should email. It doesn't have to be the exact thing you're interested in, but if it is similar, you can email such a professor. So you have to review the professor's work, the scholarly work. You can read one of their papers, the academic papers, and all of that, to have an idea of what the professor works on. And that will also help you when you're communicating with the professor, so that you sound prepared and somebody that knows what he or she is doing. So you have to review the professor's academic work, their papers, read it, have an idea of what they are doing, see how it correlates with what you're interested in before you send an email to the professor. So one thing I must advise about is always send personalized emails to each professor. You might be tempted to just send a generic email to the professors, like maybe you are going to email two professors in the department, but I would advise that you send personalized emails. This will actually show that you are really interested in the program and not just waiting and not just like expecting to get accepted into any program. If you send a personalized email to the professor is going to be captivated that you like what he or she is doing and you really want to work with him. But if you send a generic email to all of them that doesn't really show your interest in the program, it will be like you just want to get into any program. You don't really have a research area or what you're actually looking to get from grad school. So you have to send a personalized email. So for this kind of email, how should you title it? There's a difference between somebody writing interested in graduate program as title and somebody writing students interested in machine learning and deep learning. There's a difference. So if you're interested in parasitology or maybe something like that the professor is doing, you should include it in the title. Students interested in this. Don't just write interested in graduate program. Many people are interested in graduate program. What exactly? Make it like when the professor sees the title, even before opening the email, they have an idea what is going to be in the email. Send personalized emails. So you don't just write dear professor. No, put the name there. Dear Professor Eniola, dear Professor John, dear Professor Matt, all of that. Don't just write dear professor. Send it. Let it be personalized to that particular professor. Let them feel that you are really talking to them. Don't just say dear professor, dear sir, dear Professor Eniola, dear Professor Mary, and all of that. That's how you send a personalized email. So moving forward, be professional, be formal. You have not met this professor before. This is a chance to make a good first impression. Don't use slangs, don't use incomplete sentences. Use correct sentences, grammatically correct, proper words in your email. Be formal, be professional. This is your chance to make a good first impression, because even if you eventually get into the program, the professor might not be willing to work with you because of how you addressed an email you sent to him or her. And some professors might not even reply your email if you don't write it correctly. So don't use slangs, don't use incomplete words, don't assume that they understand a shortened form of a word. Write complete sentences, use proper words, let it be grammatically correct. Be professional, be formal in your email. Start with Dear Professor Eniola, Dear Professor John, and all of that. And when you want to end it, write sincerely and put your full name. Close formally, sincerely, and put your full name. Don't just start Dear Professor and you write a paragraph and you just put thanks below. That's not a proper way of writing this kind of email. Dear Professor Rose, write your email, and when you are done, sincerely Eniola, blah blah blah, your full name. That is how you address this kind of email. Be formal, be professional. Take your time to write it. If you're going to write it at all, then do it right, or else don't even bother emailing any professor. This kind of email is not the email where you start writing about all your hardship, all your struggles, all the history of your life, and start begging for full funding. That email is not for that, please. And you don't have to tell the professor all your life history in this email. This email is for you to talk about why you're interested in the program, why you are a viable candidate, why you're interested in the professor's research work, your previous background, and about some project you have done that is related to what the professor is doing and that has prepared you to want to go into this program. That is what this email is about. You talk briefly about your qualifications, your previous project that you've done, and why you're interested in that program, and why you think you'll be a good fit for the program, and also why you want to work with that professor. That is what this email is about. This particular email is not another statement of purpose, so you have to be careful. You don't have to write too long details and all of that like you do in your statement of purpose. No, it has to be clear and concise. You have to go straight to the point. If you have researched the website of the school and the scholarly work of that particular professor, you've read 1 or 2 papers that the professor has written and all of that, you have an idea what the professor is doing, and you'll be able to correlate it with your interest, and you'll be able to talk about why you're interested in that program. You might even propose a solution you're trying to solve, and you think working with him on this particular research is going to be of great advantage to you. That is a diligent student. That is how you do all these things. That is how your emails get responded to. But if you write an email that is not really concise and straight to the point, that is just full of your life history and why, and you sound desperate, no. A very important point: if you want to ask the professor questions in the email, please do not mistakenly ask a question that can be found on the website. Please, Google is your best friend. Don't ask questions that you can easily find on the particular school's website, or questions that the professor expects you to have an answer to already. Do not, please. It will be seen as a waste of the professor's time, and it will be seen as you have not done your homework, you have not been diligent enough. Do not ask questions that you can easily find on the school and department's website. Do not do that, please. So ask questions that are intelligent, questions that shows that you are curious in a creative way. Those are the kind of questions you ask. Don't ask generic questions or questions that are already on the website that you're expected to know about. Do not ask those kind of questions. Summary of everything I've been saying in this video about how to contact a professor as a grad school applicant is that, first of all, pick professors that you have similar research interests. Yes. Secondly, be professional and formal in your email. Also, send personalized emails. Don't sound desperate, and don't ask questions that can be found on the website. Do your homework. Read 1 or 2 papers of the professor you're about to email, so you can be able to explain why you're interested in his work and how it fits with your background. Yeah, so guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please do thumbs up, drop your comments, ask your questions, ask for clarifications in the comment section. I'm going to attend to them, and share this video also. And if you have not subscribed, why have you not subscribed? Please hit the subscribe button. It's quite easy and fast. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications so that you will know when I upload a new video. And thank you so much, all my new subscribers. I appreciate you all. So thank you guys. It's a wrap. I'll see you in my next video. Please make sure you stay safe and keep washing your hands. Bye bye.